Howdy, y'all. This is South American, as in Southern United States of America, Dieter. This is him today. So, um, I get asked occasionally, can I read music? And I'm not talking about tablature. That's something else. I'll talk about that some other time. Yeah, Dieter can read music, like real, you know. Pretty good at it too. You can give me, classical guitar music or piano music. I can read it. So, see lots of videos on, you don't need to read music. That's all bullshit. I mean, there's nothing wrong with learning how to read music. You learn how to speak English if you speak English right, and or German or French or, Swahili or whatever. Huh? You learned that. You learned how to read and write. Most of people nowadays, although now, I don't know if most people can read or write. They do everything on a personal computer device, phone thing, right? But anyway, I think there's some value to learning how to actually read music, and so the best thing I found, and I'm going to read this really quickly for you. There's a guy named Aaron Shearer. He's an American. Briefly, he's born September 6, 1919. You should look him up. There's still in the United States a thing called the Aaron Shearer Foundation, so you can Google them. And he died in April 2008. He was born in Annatone, Washington State. He's known primarily as he was a pretty good classical guitarist. I imagine. I've never heard him, but he was known as a teacher, and he's got the Aaron Shearer method, which is really good. And the reason I mention him is because if you can still get this, it's called the Aaron Shearer Guitar Note Speller by Aaron Shearer, Alfred Publishing, Franco Colombo Inc. I'll just read his foreword because it's small. Great book, worth its weight in gold. Some guitarists play mostly by ear and more or less by rote, which makes the process of reading music extremely difficult, if not entirely impossible. The purpose of this, quote, guitar note speller, is to simplify the process of learning the positions of the notes in music and on the guitar fingerboard. To obtain the most benefit from this book, it should be studied in conjunction with classic guitar technique by Shearer. The study material presented here is in the same order as is customary learned on the classic guitar. This book may also be used in the study of the plectrum guitar. That's what we call the steel string guitar. Published in 1959, and at the time, Mr. Shearer was in Washington, D.C. So, anyway, it's a do-it-yourself book, and I paid $13.99 for it Canadian some years ago. If you want the ISBN number, it's got 2 on here, so I'll give them both to you. ISBN 10, okay, and then colon 0-7692-8276-8, and then it has ISBN 13 colon 978-0-7692-8276-3. The reason I'm giving you this is I'm self-taught. Most of you heard me play. Yeah, that guy's not very good. He's self-taught, but I love it. The guitar I find challenging, so I don't have to be a great player to enjoy it, right? Anyway, I highly recommend Aaron Shearer's book because I worked through this twice, and within 3 months I taught myself how to read the guitar music really well. So thank you, Aaron Shearer, wherever your essence may be, if you believe in that kind of thing. You did us all a great service, and I hope you Americans and everyone else who can get access to his books appreciate it. Because if I really believe if you won't teach yourself at home, I'm not monetizing. I'm not making any money off this. There's some good stuff out there. There's a reason why this was published in 1959, which is 80 years ago and still around, because it's good. So you want to learn how to. I know the old Mel Bay books are pretty good for the plectrum or steel string guitar too, so I'll put in a plug for them. But I just thought I don't see a lot of stuff. I don't look at everything either. I don't see a lot of stuff on encouraging people to, well, learn how to read music. You learn the language, for heaven's sakes, right? I think, now I'm not a great player, like I said, but I think if you just play by ear, if you got natural God-given talent, you might be okay. But I'll use an example. Back when I was younger, who was considered one of the best guitarists in the world was a guy named Andre Segovia. But he was infamous for not. I don't know how well he could play by ear, but when he heard something that he liked, he always would say, "Do you have the music for that? Like, do you have the music for that?" And some of these good by ear players that he actually met, he said, "Well, no, I just that's something I composed by ear, But the point I'm making here is, if you know how to read music and then even write it, see, you can share it with the rest of the world. It's a language, like reading music, reading it. That's a language. All right, so that's my advice. So y'all have a good day. Texas drawl, if it's just a Texas accent, or maybe it's mid-Atlantic Arkansas. All right, have a good day, y'all. Ciao.